Yo, we have sound, right?
Yay! Oh wait, are we going live?
Yo, can you guys like double check your mics are muted because all I can hear.
Hello and welcome to the BMB Game of the Week. I'm Dad Boxman alongside Brandon Catalina as we are into a star-studded matchup here today between the Mepham Pirates and Seaford Vikings.
Yeah, I agree. Both teams looking to get an in-conference win.
Yeah, as the Pirates looking for that first in-conference win of the year, and Seaford just looking to keep on rolling as they are led by junior Maddie O'Hagan, who's just so much to say about her.
Yeah, for sure. And then on the Mepham side, you are led by Alexis Hanekamp with 36 goals on the season and 8 assists.
Yeah, just a big part is that's a sophomore and a junior stepping up. Just shows how much younger talent these teams are led by. As Maddie O'Hagan, the D1 commit to Virginia Tech, just one of the key players, 41 goals, 67 points on the year, just one of the top in the county and leader of this team.
Yeah, and going to Mepham, you know, they haven't probably had the start they wanted. They're 1-9 right now, but you can always rebound.
Agreed, and that game, great game starts all the way back in between the pipes with Olivia Lettieri. Just a key goaltending performance will really get you that momentum you need to get off to that kick start and get those early opportunities with great saves.
Yeah, for sure. And then on the Pirates side, in net, you have Olivia Lettieri, who has 38 saves on the season and is starting goalie and helps communicate with the team.
As we are in for a great matchup here today, just plenty of depth. Mepham trying to bounce back from their loss, Seaford looking to keep rolling, and now we'll take a look at the keys of the game for this, starting off with Mepham. As Mepham, they just want to force those turnovers to get those high percentage chances.
Yeah, for sure. And then they also have to wait for their opportunities. You know, they're going to try and get as many chances, and they're going to look to capitalize on all.
Agreed, and those perfect opportunities will come from either scoring a goal or after giving up a goal, just keep building up those high percentage on draws and winning those faceoffs. Now we're going to take a look at Seaford's major keys to the game here.
Yeah, Seaford's key to the game right now are going to be to come out confident. You know, you have a good record in conference right now. You're going to look to keep it up. Only one in-conference loss, 8-1.
Agreed, and also put your team first and play for your team. It's a team game. There's no you can't just win this game with one player. It's just those key passes, swinging the ball around, getting into those high danger opportunities, and just getting that perfect shot.
Yeah, especially when you have 2 D1 commits to Iona and 1 to Virginia Tech, so 3 D1 commits on the team. It's sometimes, you know, they might not be spraying the ball around all the time.
Agreed, as the Pirates are going to have a tough back line with Jenna Apicella and Ava Polisi, 2 of the top defenders and the backbones of this team defensively.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, both teams here are going to be looking for a big win. You know, end of the season, want to end off strong.
Agreed, as the Pirates want to go out with at least one win in conference, and Seaford just trying to get hot for the playoffs, just looking to keep on rolling.
Yeah, want to keep on rolling. And also, you want to be able to just, you know, end off your season with a win. Coming down to the end, always want to catch the late wins.
Agreed, and another star player for this Seaford team alongside Maddie O'Hagan is Kelly Harrington. Harrington matches O'Hagan with 41 goals, again 67 points, just completely almost matching each other's stat lines and the true leaders of this team.
Yeah, definitely. And now we are going to be sending it down to the box.
Hello and welcome to BMB's Game of the Week. I'm Maddie Geese alongside
Sean Damiano, and what a great game we have out for today. Around 68 degrees right now with a bit of a breeze coming in at Mepham High School. Just a wonderful day here to be outside and watch some lacrosse.
We got a wonderful game set up for us. We got the Mepham Pirates against the Seaford Vikings. Both teams looking to take home a win today. Sean, what do you think it's going to take for Mepham to gain a win?
You know, obviously, Mepham, if you look in the win column, they only have 1 win this season over their 10 wins, but they definitely will determine. Players like Alexis Honorkamp, number 10, the sophomore. As we see, these girls are getting set up for the first draw of the game, and that one will be won by Seaford. And here we have Kelly Harrington with the ball. Passes it out here. Looking, tries to go to the net, gets it past the goalkeeper there for Mepham.
Honestly, a good goal for Seaford. Nothing you can do when you got a good offense player against a good goalie. Sometimes it happens.
Speaking of a good goalie there, Lettieri has 38 saves on the season so far. She has been a great player for Mepham so far. As we see, just this early into the game, a point has already been scored for Seaford. As we see this face-off coming up again.
How many points did you say Lettieri had again? Because I just got to mention, she's a sophomore with 38 saves on varsity, and she's the starting goalie. She honestly is a great player, and she's great stops throughout the game, and is consistent with her stops.
Starting in the sophomore year is definitely great, as this one will go to them. As we see Mepham running down the court there. Number 10 here for Mepham passes over to Lexi Barbano, the freshman, who passes down to Ellie Meyer, the senior, back to Barbarino. Over to the other Barbarino. There's 2 actually. That's the senior sister. Passes back there in the corner. Pass around going here. Lexi Barbarino looking, trying to get past that one, stolen by Seaford. Seaford going down the field. That fast sprinter, Kelly Harrington, the D1 commit. Down the field trying to get past the Mepham defense. Looking around. Cradles the ball, trying to get it past. Goes straight up to the goal. Lettieri blocks that one. It will roll out of bounds. 39 saves now for Lettieri on the season. What a great play. There goes one back out to Seaford. Here's number 10 now for Seaford. Madison O'Hagan looking now. She passes it out. Trying to get around here. Behind the goal, trying to get around. Passes over. Looks back. Back to Kelly Harrington. Back to Madison O'Hagan. Or around. Ooh, so close there by Harrington. Just deflected there again by Lettieri. That's her second save so far of the game. Pass back in, looking around, trying to get that ball out. Running around. Trying to get the stick block there. Getting in, trying to go past Mepham's defense. And that one is stolen by Mepham there. That will be number 11 for Mepham, Caitlin Callahan. Looking around, passing around now. They're all the way downfield. That is a long pass there to Madison Badillo, the freshman, but stolen again. This time by Seaford. Kelly Harrington once again. 41 goals so far this season. Sprinting down the field, creating that ball, trying to get past. Looking, shoots again, and scores again.
I know we were just talking about Olivia Lettieri and how good of a goalie she is, but we got to mention our Mepham's offense. They have honestly, Mepham's defense and offense too, they've honestly been putting up such a fight. We constantly see them in front of players and in front of the ball, just really putting it in to make sure they help their goalie out.
You know, obviously we've seen a lot of Kelly Harrington, but we haven't gotten to discuss her much. She's been on this team since freshman year and has been the starting midfielder since then. She has 67 points so far this season and 21 assists. She had 4 goals last game, and she's actually tied for 18th in the county in goals. As it looks like she's going to wait for this face-off.
She's also a D1 commit, which is insane to say.
As a junior especially, very impressive. As we'll see the face-off here between Seaford and Mepham. Seaford is good at these face-offs, as we've seen so far. And Seaford is going to go for this one again. Again, Harrington. That's why She's committed D1 to Iona College. Getting past the defenders. 3 defenders around here. She's sprinting past them. Great runner there. Tosses it out wide right. Looking, trying to get behind that net once again. Fakes the pass, passes it back out there. That will be Abby Altman, the freshman. Getting around back to Harrington. Harrington trying to maneuver her way past. The throw in and goal. Third goal here for Seaford, courtesy of Kaylee Conklin, one of the captains of this team, midfielder, senior, 17 goals on the season. Very aggressive in her attack.
Might I mention, Seaford's offense is insane today. They just keep playing up and down the field, and honestly, no matter where you see them on the field, whether it be on their offense side or their defense side, you just see them overtake and really play the ball.
You know, Seaford has looks like they have not missed a single face-off so far this game.
They haven't missed a single face-off, and I do think that's definitely a key for them is don't miss these face-offs, because the second they take a face-off, they tend to go right up the field with it.
But here's Mepham trying to win a face-off there. Number 1 for Mepham tries to corral it in Barbarino Sienna this time, but it will go out. It looks like they're going to have to redo that one. Further down the field, we'll see tossing this one in, Sienna Barbarino. Out there to number 10 for Mepham. Trying to maneuver her way in on Kayla Straker. It's going around. Back out there to Sienna Barbarino. Looking out to the younger Barbarino. Out around. They're trying to figure out how to set up this goal here right now. Between the sisters and our other offensive players. Trying to maneuver around this tough this Seaford defense. Trying to rush in there. Oh, just wide there was the shot. Trying to run out to your left there and getting a shot over your right shoulder looks to be a bit tough. That was Mepham's first shot on goal in the game. As now we'll see Seaford taking this one back down. This time, not Kelly Harrington. We'll see Seaford getting in again. Goes for the goal just over the net. Just a very close miss there by Madeline Olsheimer, the D3 DeSaules commit. It's her first year on varsity as a junior, but her very hard work ethic has been impressive to see from Coach today. And now we'll see here the ball coming back in. Pass out to that left side, going back around the horn. We see here O'Hagan stops with the ball, and we see the jumping shot just deflected. O'Hagan tried to go for it, but Lettieri with that expert blocking. As now we will see going up the field here, trying to get that, is Ava Parisi. We'll see running around. Ooh, knocked out of the stick, but it looks like that will be called a high stick penalty.
Like I mentioned before, this offense is real. The Mepham offense and defense is really good. You see them playing good offense, like we said before, with that shot on goal, with just setting up the play and the shot, which you really got to do. When then down here, you see great defense. Honestly, always protecting the goalie, never just leaving her on her own. And even with taking a penalty like this, you still see them coming hard out of it and definitely playing to their strengths right now.
And now we'll see what's going to go on following the penalty. Jenna Apicella, the junior defenseman, running this one up. Throws a deep ball, caught over the head there by Caitlin Callahan. It looks like it has been stolen by Seaford. Mepham might recover it. Mepham hauls it over, and it looks like it is going to roll out of bounds there. Just ran off the field there by Madison Badillo, the freshman. 4 goals so far this year, even with the concussion they had earlier. And now running back down the field, Mepham to get positions. Trying to see what they're going to do here, trying to go for their first goal of the game. There, Sienna Barbarino. Looking out, trying to figure out. Barbarino gets it back. Trying to march over. Pass out, just missed there. Number 6 wasn't in the place for it, and that one will roll out of bounds.
I keep mentioning it, but both these teams keep playing great offense and defense. When you see one team like Mepham right now playing great offense, you see Seaford come in and just play great defense to defend their shot.
And Straker there will be knocked out, but they will pick up the ball and go back up. It looks like she's been sprinting all the way from that end zone to the other 30-yard line of the field. What a run you see there. Obviously, that must take a lot of stamina, a lot of fast players between these two teams. It's one of the major things you see for lacrosse, especially girls, getting down that field with the speed, just being able to outrun the other players, as we see here. Few passes, and that one will be a bounce shot going into the goal there. Right off the floor. Lettieri wasn't able to get to it, unfortunately, for Mepham, who has not scored a goal yet this game.
I gotta say, Seaford's offense is really there. You see them setting up the goal. You don't just see them going for it. You really see the setup and them really pass the ball along and just not take random shots. They have it all planned out and thought out before they go through with the goal.
And that's one of the reasons for their winning record. But Mepham has been getting down to the goal, and they have gotten a couple shots off in these past couple possessions, so don't count them out yet. Especially with girls like Christina McClanahan, who is a senior this year, number 12. She's been a really good role model for these younger girls this season. As you see the face-off once again, we'll see who wins this time. Seaford's been doing great, and Seaford looks to corral that one in again. Going down the field here, Kelly Harrington once again. Sprinting, passes this one out. Great play there. Now we have Olsheimer trying to go around, pass that one behind the goal. Looking back to the left. Back near the center of the field. Back there to O'Hagan. Ball's going all over the place here. We'll see another sprint in, getting close to the net, trying to evade the defenders. That one is knocked out. Picked up there by Mepham, number 16. Great play from Badillo. They will try to get this ball around, try to go up. Ooh, great play there, getting that in there by Caitlin Callahan. As she's running around, just trying to find a way up this field, trying to get the ball in their control. And now they're going down the field with a long pass there. Must be tough for Kylie McElwee to hold that in, but that ball is on the ground, trying to recover it. But we'll see. Great play there from Mepham. Sophia Fatizzi getting that one back. Oh, missed pass there. A little miscommunication as O'Hagan takes this back and will be bringing it back up the field. A nice pass down the field there to Olsheimer. Olsheimer trying to go around, pass to the inside, knocked down, but she gets the ball back. And then Lacrosse. These shots are going extremely fast. Obviously, even though the ball is a bit heavier than the average ball of their size, these shots can go in extremely fast, and that's why these goalers are wearing the kind of protective gear that they wear. Obviously, see Lettieri here wearing a helmet as this ball gets passed around once again, but it ends up back in O'Hagan's hands, passes it to Harrington. Harrington sprinting in once again, trying to go to the outside, pushed back out. Mepham's defense has been keeping them out there a lot of the time, but we'll see if they can hold up. Harrington tries to pass it in. It's knocked down, trying to go around 2-1. Mepham defender overruled there by Olsheimer. Olsheimer trying to find a way back in, getting bullied out there. She's getting pushed away from the net relentlessly by that middle stick. What a great defensive showing there from Apicella as we see Seaford going in. Seaford passing out to the back. Trying to look there. O'Hagan, she loses the ball, and there will be a whistle.
Honestly, I gotta say, we've seen a pretty back-and-forth game. No team has overtaken, and just while they've taken the lead, they haven't overtaken on the field. We see both teams playing a very back-and-forth game with the team constantly going up and down the field. And we see one team's good offense, we see another team's good defense. And honestly, I think that's setting us up for a really great game today.
And O'Hagan takes the face-off here and gets the 5th goal in a row for Seaford on Lettieri. Unfortunate to see for this Mepham team, they have not scored a goal yet this quarter, but there are 2 minutes left, and Mepham's been able to get around that field, setting up these good shot opportunities, so we'll see what happens at this next face-off.
Mepham honestly has just, Seaford honestly has just taken over this game and just kept going to the net, planning out their shots and taking them, and for them, they've just kept going in. While Mepham, we see them planning, but yet they haven't gotten a shot yet.
And now we see Madison O'Hagan back here in the center, the D1 Virginia Tech commit. Just an amazing showing we've seen from here today. Obviously, she's been able to get around these defenses as this face-off actually goes to O'Hagan as she chases down that ball, going down the field, cradling, passes that one over. A great play there. And they're trying to make it in, but they're not going to get it. McElwee gets the ball back again. Tries to pass it down. Knocked down. Taken back here by Kayla Straker. Another D1 commit. for this team, but Lettieri able to block the shot there. So close there for Zanazi, but just not able to get it as we see Mepham returning this one. Mepham on the sideline, just trying to get this ball back up again. McAwee not able to haul that in, but she will have the room to get back. But we will see them bringing this one up. That one is going to roll out of bounds. Nearly hauled in there by Gianna Farley, the junior, the attacker stepping up big time last year, just not able to hold that one in. As now we are going to see Kayla Straker. Passes it over O'Hara. Harrington once again at that front. We'll see who gets the shot off here. Passes around to the back of the goal once again, trying to figure out where to go around. They have like a circle of 7 or 8 girls, just trying to figure out who's going to get the shot. It's a great strategy here of Seaford that we've seen. We see O'Hara here going around, getting the ball off here to Straker. Straker passes into Harrington. Harrington score. Just a great shot there. Not exactly close to the goal, but just an amazing position for that shot. There's a reason that she's committed D1. There's a reason why she's been the starter since freshman year. And here's another reason.
I think we're seeing right here, like you said, the reason she's been a starter and the reason she's committed. Honestly, she's pushing forward and just, even when she isn't close to the goal, she sees an open shot and she honestly just takes it. And as we've seen, it just goes in for her.
And all this as a junior is extremely impressive, especially that's her second goal of the game. She's been all over the ball today as we see O'Hagan back here for the face-off with 37.8 seconds left. As we're going to see Seaford win this again, O'Hagan sprinting back up the field, passes all the way down here to Olsheimer. Olsheimer getting it over. We'll see what she can do here. We'll see this ball's going back around again, and we'll see who ends up with it. We'll see going back to O'Hagan, back to Harrington, back out to Olsheimer, and this ball is simply traveling around the net. It's a route, and we'll see Colicchio trying to get around 3 Mepham defenders. And oh my goodness, that was just skillful on the part of Seaford, and especially Colicchio, able to maneuver her way around 4 different Mepham defenders and bounce the goal in softly right around Lettieri to put their 7th goal on the board.
Honestly, we see Seaford right now defending the score, but Mepham is playing good offense and defense on the field, as we see. Like, their defense is good. Just sometimes you get lucky with the shot and it goes into the goal.
And following this face-off, 1.6 seconds left. It's likely that we will hear the sound to end this quarter. As we see here, face-off goes, ball in the air. Hagan backs it out, and that will be the end of the first quarter. And now we are going to toss down to Maddie Hunter with more on this game.
Looking at the girls playing, Seaford is currently taking the lead with a score of 7-0, and we're looking to see if the Mepham girls can step it up in the second quarter. Thanks. Now sending it back to Jared and Brandon in the studio.
Thank you, Maddie. As at the end of the first quarter here, Seaford leads 7-0. And just, if you're Mepham, Lettieri made a couple spectacular saves there, but it still wasn't enough as the star-studded junior duo for the Vikings of Kelly Harrington and Maddie O'Hagan, now each 43 goals on the year and 2 each today.
Yeah, it's been all Seaford so far in this game right now. Mepham's going to be trying to look back in it. You can't score 7 goals in one, so they're going to be looking to claw back in this game.
Agreed. And if you're just the Pirates, you're going to want to just ride your superstar, Alexis Honerkamp. Just get her to win that face-off and get that high percentage and just keep racking up those wins and just try and get them back one at a time and just switch this momentum as we have about 40 seconds to go till this second quarter resumes.
Yeah, although the score may be lopsided right now, there's still plenty of time to catch up in this game for the Pirates.
As for the Pirates this year, not quite the year they expected, but it is because they graduated a lot of seniors, a lot of them going D2 or D3 to college, and this is just the rebuilding year. This is the year that they're building towards for the future, where they're trying to get all the underclassmen, the 9th, 10th, and 11th graders, and even a couple 8th graders, their roles, so they know them for the future. So next year will be the main part, as it'll be stars like Hannah Camp going into her junior year. You'll have Apicella, the real backbone and one of the stars of this defense, going into her senior year. Just everybody just going to be one more year ahead and just really able to find their places and compete more.
Yeah, you also have Lettieri going into her junior season next season. So there's a lot to look forward to for the future seasons for the Pirates.
Yeah, as the whistle has blown, both coaches saying their last few things to their teams as we get ready to start this second quarter here.
Yeah, and we'll see what adjustments both teams make in this second quarter. There's still plenty of game time left. That's what you've got to be saying right now if you are the coach for the Pirates.
Agreed, as O'Hagan right now to start this game has also been very dominated on her face-offs, as you see the Vikings breaking their huddle. Pirates probably will not be too far behind here to get the second quarter underway.
Yeah, another thing O'Hagan does, when she takes the face-off, she actually switches sticks with her defenseman, getting more of an attackman stick. You can see that on the sideline. So they do a quick stick substitution, so she gets the stick she likes.
Agreed, as you see her every time switching with Leggio, one of the key captains, very helpful for underclassmen, as you're seeing it every time here, helpful by even loaning her stick to one of her other co-star players to get that face-off, to get the longer length of that stick, to get the better reach and end up winning possession back for that team, as we see the Pirates breaking their huddle here.
Yeah, one of the things was team first, and that's definitely a team first play for Seaford. Their key to the game was team first, and that's one of those plays that you see is team first.
And also for the Pirates, forcing turnovers, one of their major keys will be the step number one to getting back into this game. You force turnovers, you gain opportunities, you move closer and closer to that goal line until you eventually put that ball in the back of the net and pick up goal number one. As we see O'Hagan getting ready for this face-off here for the Pirates, as it will be Barbarino, maybe. It looks like she will be going up against.
Yeah, right now we'll see what the teams like to do. O'Hagan and Barbarino. We'll see who can win this face-off as the officials are getting set, making sure everything's ready to get underway.
As just you see, making sure everybody's on the same page, checking that both goalies are already here. As actually it'll be O'Hagan versus Myers. You see Lettieri now coming back from the bench, getting ready to get back between the pipes. But if you're Lettieri, that was not that bad of a first quarter. She able to make a couple nifty stick saves there time after time, as that face-off is up and it is tipped up by O'Hagan as she's fighting for that ground ball and picks it up, as O'Hagan now inside the 30 swings it over to her Olsheimer. As now behind the cage, as Seaford just finding their element right now, getting down low there, as we just see them swinging the ball around. No selfish player here, just pass after pass, trying to find that true opening.
Yeah, just continuing cycle, look for the opening right now.
As we see the Pirates able to pick up a key turnover there, as they will draw the whistle for a foul on Seaford. Pirates will look to work fast here.
Yeah, another thing about women's lacrosse is that there's an extra defender always out there. So that's why they do so much passing around, trying to find the open person, because it's not easy.
Yeah, as the Pirates now trying to get their rush, and they move down inside the 20 now here. As that one is a couple nifty moves. Honekamp with the shot just wide there, as Honekamp nearly had goal number 37 there. But just that's the big stepping stone that the Pirates need. That one major rush towards the net. Even though you didn't end up hitting the goal fully, you got that rush. You were able to get down there and get that big opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. They almost had it. She just missed the net there, but definitely that's some opportunities that you would like to generate in this game.
As we see Seaford just going to play at their own pace here as they work it up the field. As a whistle there, as it looks to be out of bounds there, will bring possession to the Pirates.
Yeah, just a bit of an errant pass that will lead to a Pirates ball.
as it's Fatizzi here. Fatizzi fumbles it as it ends up in a breakaway. Going the other way. Looks to be a breakaway there. Kick save there by Lettieri as she not able to corral it. Picked up by Apicella. Apicella there. Get it up fast to McKelwey. McKelwey trying to get it just to the other side of the field. Great stick use there by Seaford going the other way here. McKelwey gets called for the whistle, so it'll be Vikings ball here.
Yeah, Lettieri made the save on Wade right there on the breakaway. Big save right there by Lettieri, keeping this game close.
As we see O'Hagan. O'Hagan swings it over there to Harrington. Now down low. Behind the cage here is now it's Conklin with it. Conklin all the way back around to O'Hagan. O'Hagan over to Harrington. Harrington juggles it, loses it, trying to get that ground ball. She is able to win that ground ball. Now trying to fight her way towards the net. Harrington shot, score, looks to go just wide there off the outside of the netting there. Is tipped there, knocked away by Hanekamp and scooped up by Lettieri. So a lot of high danger chances in offensive zone time we've seen so far by the Vikings.
Yeah, that shot from our angle looked like it was going in, but it just hit the outside of the net.
As we see Parisi being double teamed here. Tight double team there. As she is able to evade those two defenders and end up finding the open teammate downfield as the Pirates cross the 50. As another loose ground ball here. Looks like a Pirate lost a stick there. Gets the Vikings going the other way yet again. As just the Vikings, great ball movement. Shot there and a goal. And that looks to be a goal there for Conklin. And 8-0 Seaford.
Yeah, great goal right there. That was just a beautiful executed passing play by the Vikings, which will lead to a Conklin goal.
Yeah, it's just opportunity after opportunity. That one ends up being the first goal of this quarter. Seaford 8, Pirates 0 as we get ready for this face-off here. As we see substitution here for the Pirates. As we see both teams making their substitutions, as it looks to be Augustina will be checking out for the Vikings here temporarily.
Yeah, as the face-off's getting ready to be underway, we have O'Hagan for the Vikings.
As O'Hagan looking to just stay consistent on her face-offs and win this one. As referees making sure they're ready, making sure it's a completely fair face-off here. As just waiting for the referee to put that ball into play here for the face-off between Meyer and O'Hagan, as that one is won back there by O'Hagan. As you see O'Hagan there again switching her stick, and again, Vikings on the rush here. As it's Colicchio swinging it down there to Oldheimer. Now back around behind the cage. Now it's Conklin. Conklin to Harrington. Harrington to O'Hagan. O'Hagan to Colicchio. Colicchio makes a couple miss. Trying to feed it back to O'Hagan. Not able to get that one to go. Instead, swings it right up back around the net. As it's Conklin. Conklin with the shot. Blocked there by McKelwey. As McKelwey will push the other way for the Pirates. As a little juggle there by Hanekamp.
Stolen there by Oldheimer. And now it's back over to O'Hagan.
As Seaford just dominating the time of possession here, as you see, that is why they are dominating the scoreboard here right now. As that is Conklin. Conklin back to Harrington. Harrington still with it here, trying to find the opening as she swings it back around. As just weaving around a couple. Save there by Lettieri. As it's Harrington scooping up that loose ball, gets it over to O'Hagan. O'Hagan to Colicchio. Colicchio down low. Conklin is behind the Nizzi as it just all around, looking for that perfect opportunity as it ends up back in the stick of O'Hagan. O'Hagan makes a couple miss, weaves through a couple and scores. Maddie O'Hagan with goal number 3 on the day here.
Yes, the Vikings are just able to go around the net and just dominate the possession. As you said before, it's really just been the Vikings for a majority of this game.
Agreed, as that is now O'Hagan with 43 goals on the year, brings her up to 60 points with a hat trick today.
Yeah, the hat trick right there for the player who's been on the team since 8th grade, so 4-year player even though she's only a junior.
Yeah, that experience is really showing out again here today, giving Seaford scoring a third of their goals here with 6:38 to go in this second quarter here. As we see Maturi going to the sideline here to talk it over a little with her coach. As you see the players looking on, you see the Pirates fixing that net a little. Looked like it may have been a little knocked off as we see Lettieri heading back to her crease here as we get ready to kick off play again with Seaford up by 9.
Yeah, we'll see what the teams can do. They are getting...
As it's interesting to see what's happening, as looks like the referee with some sort of bag, maybe that net is blowing a little due to the wind. Could it be, as we see that bag going on the back of the net, looks like it'll be holding down the net, as that net looked like it was moving around due to the heavy winds here today.
Yeah, Lettieri must have said that it was moving around a little bit, able to now stabilize it with the bag.
Agreed, as O'Hagan getting ready for another face-off here. That one is one back, but possession, loose ball here picked up by Harrington. Harrington swings it down low to Colicchio. As Colicchio trying to find the opening again for Seaford. As it's back over and swung all the way around the net yet again.
Back down over to X right now. Vikings go up high.
As it's Oldheimer to Colicchio. Colicchio to O'Hagan. O'Hagan to Harrington. Harrington swinging it right back around again. As you saw last time, that perfect opportunity ended up leading to O'Hagan weaving around the defenders to a goal, trying to have that opening again, as it's Conklin. Conklin, now Colicchio. Colicchio trying to get past the defenders, still holding on to it, as the referee whistles as it looks to be
Free shot right here for the Vikings after contact to the head, the official said.
As here comes the free shot here for Seaford, trying to get to double-digit lead early here. As the shot and score, nifty bounce goal there. As that is Colicchio picking up a goal here, 10-0 Vikings.
Yeah, Colicchio with the great bounce shot right there. Barely stays in the net, and now it's 10-0 Vikings.
As you see a timeout here for the Pirates. But if you're Seaford, that is what's been working. So stick to your forte. As you've seen Lettieri able to save those high shots, able to get a stick on it. And for those low shots, it's harder to get that stick on. So those bounce shots are the highest percentage chance of those goals going in.
Yeah, for sure. And now we'll see what the timeout brings to this game. We'll see what they can discuss.
As 5:17 to go in this second quarter here, Pirates are going to try and work goal by goal to try and match Seaford here and pull off a comeback. Still plenty of time to go here, a whole second half and even half of the second quarter here.
Yeah, but it all starts with a goal. If you're the Pirates right here, you got to be thinking, at least get on the scoreboard. There's still plenty of time to try and come back, but you want to get that first goal.
And one of the major keys was have a high percentage. Just here's a replay of that bounce shot goal from before on that free opportunity for Colicchio. One major key was have that high percentage on the draw. And right now, O'Hagan is completely dominating it right now against the Pirates. So if you map them, it all starts with that draw. All you have to do is one, and that'll just boost the confidence of Meyer and just boost the whole team morale. It'll be the little things, piece by piece, building this team back together, building it towards its first goal. And after one, and once one hits the back of the net, confidence will skyrocket, and they'll just keep on firing and firing to get that goal.
Yeah, also for the Pirates, they have to try and stop O'Hagan to Harrington on the faceoff. That has been the entire game. O'Hagan winning it over to Harrington and then getting a fast break So you got to try and slow that down.
Agreed, as Harrington has been very strong on those ground balls. So it's not all the ones that O'Hagan win back stay in the air long enough, as we saw a couple tip drills by Harrington, but that last one, it was a real loose ball there, and just Harrington able to use the strength of her stick to pick up that ground ball, which led to plenty of zone time and another goal. As we see O'Hagan getting ready to go for her face-off, we'll see if it's Meyer again, as it looks to be Meyer against O'Hagan again. Meyer trying to get this Pirates team going after giving up that last goal coming out of a timeout. We'll see what Coach Mataluna has drawn up for this team to try and mount this comeback. As we see the referees making sure everybody's ready, sticks ready. Referee gives the signal, and that face-off is won back by Meyer. So there's that first face-off, but possession is picked up by O'Hagan. O'Hagan swung around there, now behind the cage again. We've seen very strong presence behind the cage, able to get those passes to stay in possession of the ball. As O'Hagan, now to Harrington. Harrington back around to X here, as we see from X, back around to Conklin, as Conklin gets it back to O'Hagan. O'Hagan to Harrington. Just plenty of ball movement here. No rush here. No worry about that shot clock. Plenty of time still on it. As we see it swung around to Colicchio. Colicchio to O'Hagan. O'Hagan to Harrington. Harrington trying to make a couple miss. Ends up passing it right back to X. As swinging it all the way around here. As it is Conklin. Conklin. O'Hagan still out pretty far. Makes one miss. Fires and bounces right over the goal there. So O'Hagan nearly had number 4 trying that bounce shot. Ended up bouncing too early and too high over the net. But Seaford still in possession here. And that's Conklin. Shot and saved by Lettieri. Loose ground ball there. And that one is scooped up there by Lettieri. So big saves there by Lettieri down low, able to get a stick on and then get that ground ball. As we see the Pirates moving with urgency here, trying to pick up goal number 1 on the day.
Pirates moving is Barbarino.
As an errant pass there, loose ground ball. We'll see who comes up with it as it looks to go out of bounds. Looks like it'll be off Seaford here, so it'll be the Pirates right at it. As it's off of Barbarino's stick, loose ball will be picked up by Seaford. As contact will be whistled there by Barbarino on Oldtimer, so it'll be staying in the possession of Seaford. So it is Oldtimer. Oldtimer really holding on to that ball there. Just Seaford again. Back to X. Conklin to Colicchio. Colicchio to O'Hagan. O'Hagan to Harrington. As it is worked around here. Oldtimer back trying to hit the cutter in Colicchio. Loose ball. Harrington picks it up and saved there by Lettieri.
Lettieri looking for the breakout, but there's really not much to pass to.
As Lettieri hits Polisi, as Polisi will take it all the way around the cage there.
And now carrying up, steps out of bounds, and it's going to go back to the Vikings. Vikings are doing a tough press right now, and not much is opening up for the Pirates to break out.
Agreed, as Seaford again right back in with that entry back to X. As it's Conklin. Back around to O'Hagan. O'Hagan drops it off to Colicchio. Colicchio to Oldtimer. Oldtimer behind. Conklin. As Conklin with the pass in the slot. O'Hagan leaping shot and scores. As we saw her attempt it earlier in the game, and that one was deflected there by Lettieri. That one hits the back of the net, and it'll be goal number 4 on the day for Madison O'Hagan.
Yeah, getting the score to 11-0. The great jump shot right there and a perfect accuracy shot makes this game 11-0.
As O'Hagan really showing off her skills here, able to score, whether it's the bounce, whether it's the fall-away jumping, whether it's just crashing the net, or whether it is just any opportunity. She is a big threat from all over, as we see O'Hagan again back into another place where she's a threat right on that face-off circle.
Yeah, as the team's getting set and official ready to drop it.
As O'Hagan, ready here for the face-off, wins that one back. Loose ball, Barbolino trying to keep pushing that one forward. Inner stick and out of it as Harrington picks it up. As Harrington over to O'Hagan. O'Hagan makes Barbolino miss, and now inside the 30 here. Now over to Conklin. Back to X there. As just swinging it around as it's in Harrington's hands. Back to O'Hagan. O'Hagan moving to the outside there. As that will conclude this first half here. Seaford 11, Pirates 0.
Yeah, we'll see what the Pirates have in store to just try and buy their first goal. You know, they haven't had much to generate so far. We'll see what they can do.
Agreed, as just Seaford, just lots of positives. Just Harrington, the Harrington and O'Hagan duo is the biggest threat for this Seaford team, whether it's scoring each other individually or assisting to each other's goals. Just a dominant threat, or even off of those faceoffs, able to come up with those key plays.
Yeah, for sure. The team really been able to make the plays, and it showed them throughout the entire game.
Yeah, as we see Coach Mataluna just trying to calm this team down. 11 is a big number right now, but once you get that one, it will end up getting smaller and smaller, and just you'll gain more confidence as time will go on here.
Yeah, definitely. Time is going to pass. We'll see what they can do to adjust at halftime. They have a whole 6 minutes to discuss and see what they're willing to change.
Agreed, and just now we're going to send it down to Maddie Hunter with Seaford's coach.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Coach Ancona of Seaford. So, you guys clearly have a large lead at the start of the game. So, what was working well for you during the first half?
Just really watching what's going on defensively and kind of reading their defense, being patient, working together, and just keeping the confidence up as best as we can.
Yeah. And what's your message to the girls during halftime?
Just be patient still, just be good teammates. We're going to be probably moving a couple people around, so just keep working well together, and be good teammates to each other.
All right. Thank you. And now sending it back to you guys in the box.
Thank you, Maddie. I'm here with Ryan Satani, and, well, what a first half that these Seaford Vikings have had. 11 goals just in the first 24 minutes of game time. They haven't given up a single goal in this game.
Yeah, O'Hagan, Coachella, Harrington, and who's the last one? Conklin all have multiple goals, with O'Hagan having 3. They're just being aggressive, taking over the game, and coming down the field.
You know, these 4 multiple goal stories just absolutely great for Seaford. You know, obviously, as we've seen, they've had an amazing offense, even with Mepham's great defense. Even if you have like 3 or 4 players on one of these girls from the Vikings, they've been able to maneuver their way through, and they've even been able to score just so much. The onslaught is on, and, you know, Mepham hasn't scored yet, but we'll see what their offense can do. Obviously, you can't count them out just yet.
Yeah, it's not even about their offense. Seaford's defense has yet to allow a goal. Their defense is just, they have just outscored, outshined Mepham's offense, and it's not even, they're just outplaying them.
You know, what I've seen a lot from the Seaford defense, you know, Seaford has just been able to hold Mepham away from the goal. Obviously, as we've seen with a lot of Seaford goals, their girls are able to get through the defense, and they're able to get within just a few feet of the goal, where sometimes Lettieri is able to stop them, sometimes Lettieri just can't. But with Mepham's offense, Seaford has just been shutting them down. And the few times that they've been able to get these shots off, they have just not gotten past the goal, or they go into the hands of Seaford's keeper. Just great all-around teamwork from Seaford. I'm sure Coach is very happy right now in this halftime talk.
Yep. Despite the 11 goals, Lettieri has had a couple saves and a couple nice saves. The Mepham defense, hopefully in the second half, they're struggling right now. The offense too. Hopefully in the second half they could come out strong, maybe score a couple goals and chip away at the lead.
And I wonder what Coach Hayes is going to have to say to their team during this halftime, because obviously when you're down by 11 goals, it's kind of hard to get that morale up, but that's exactly what a good coach does. A good coach is able to rile their team together. A good coach is able to keep these girls in check and make sure they don't lose hope. Even with such a deficit, there's always a way to get back, and there's always a way to stay in the game, and that's exactly what these girls hope that they can do for Mepham.
Yeah, it's all about confidence and momentum in lacrosse. And if they can come out strong, build confidence within their teammates, they can come out, score some goals, and overall maybe come back and take a lead.
And I've seen a lot of potential in Mepham, and it's really sad they haven't scored yet because, as we've seen, they have a lot of great displays on offense and defense, and it's just unfortunate for them that Seaford has just been almost better in every facet of this game so far. But obviously, that's just one half of lacrosse, and now we get into the second half, another 24 minutes of gameplay to go through, and obviously the story isn't over.
Yeah, obviously Seaford did it, so why can't Mepham do it? They can come back in this game. They can build momentum, build confidence, and overall come back and try to make this game close.
It's just very impressive what Seaford's been able to do, and if they're able to keep this momentum, there's probably a great chance they can end the game here, and even the third quarter with such a surmountable lead over Mepham. Obviously, 11 goals is great to start with, especially spread out among your top 4 players there, as you mentioned earlier, and I feel like one of Seaford's keys is this great teamwork thing that they have going on. Even with the 8-6 record, they've been able to keep these girls together. Just what a great game they're having, and we'll see how they can respond to Mepham coming out at the half.
Yeah. And
and now we're going to send it down to Maddie Hunter with Mepham's coach now.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Coach Mataluno. So, what do you guys have to do to come out on top?
So I definitely think right now we need to focus on our fundamentals, and it's our small wins that we're focusing on right now coming out for our second half of this game. I think it starts with the draw. We need possession at the draw in order to have possession and use the full shot clock and use our time wisely, and only go to goal when something is clear and it's there and all of the girls are confident that those passes can be there and that we can get a goal off of that.
Right, and how do you prepare for a game?
Yes, a lot of preparation here. So working together, communication is key in every sport, especially lacrosse and especially on our defensive end. Working together and having fun, because having fun and loving each other, what we do every day, is the best way to be successful.
Thank you, and I'm sending it back to you in the box.
Thank you, Maddie and Coach Mataluno. I'm Jared Boxman here again, joined by Maddie Gies as we get ready to start this third quarter as we see the Pirates and the Vikings breaking their huddles. Maddie, what did you see in that first half?
Honestly, we saw a lot of great offense from the Vikings with a 11-0 lead right now. But we also did see some good defense from the Pirates and some good saves from their goalie, Olivia Lettieri.
Agreed, as Lettieri with a couple key saves down low in high-scoring opportunities, a couple with the stick, and even just that kick save on another high-danger opportunity. So Lettieri doing the best that she can to keep this team in the 11-0 game as we see Maya and O'Hagan getting ready to go for this face-off.
Jared, you mentioned key saves. Do you think there's any other keys Mepham needs to do to dominate in the second half of the game?
Definitely. I think a key major one is to just start off by winning face-off after face-off, and we'll see if they can do that right here. That one is one in the possession of Seaford, as we actually saw a substitution there. That was Zanazi taking the face-off there for Seaford. As Seaford, again, down low, just swinging it all the way around the field. As we see O'Hagan right now not in the game. as could Seaford have pulled O'Hagan to save her for playoffs potentially. As we do see Harrington still in there, though, as Seaford just swinging around there, and Polisi able to come up with a steal for the Pirates. It's just a loose ball, and that one is picked up by the Pirates and just going the other way. Pirates trying to get on the rush here and pick up goal number 1. As you just see him slow down to keep possession as it's Honekamp. Honekamp over to Barbolino. As Barbolino out wide there. As just back around to Badillo. As it's Honekamp. Honekamp to Meyer. Meyer down low to Barbolino. Back to X for the Pirates. As you see the Pirates trying to just look for that perfect opportunity and run down the shot clock. One of their major keys. Haven't really gotten a shot to do that with the zone time as they try and do that here. As Honekamp makes one miss, crashes the net, and scores. As Alexis Honekamp gets the Pirates on the board here with their first goal of the day.
Honestly, you really saw it right there. They said they want to run down the shot clock and wait for the perfect opportunity. You saw them really set up that goal. You didn't just see them shoot for nothing. You really saw passing and honestly setting it all up for that perfect goal.
Agreed, as that'll be Honekamp's 37th goal on the year. Pirates first today, as you see that shot clock at 45 seconds. Really running that down all the way from a minute 30 to 45, just taking their time, looking for that perfect opportunity, and taking that low shot that hits the back of the net. And could that be the first break of the ice that the Pirates need to get this comeback? So we see Meyer win it back, loose ball there. It'll be scooped up by Conklin, as Conklin going the other way here, as we see O'Hagan still out of the game for Seaford. As it's Colicchio. Colicchio back around the net. As just taking their time. Here is Seaford. As we saw last possession, the Pirates doing exactly what Seaford's been doing the whole game with that rotating the ball around and looking for that opportunity and finding it. We see Seaford right back to that again, especially with the 11-1 lead. They're just going to want to dominate the possession of the ball. As we see Harrington with it. Harrington trying to crash the net. Makes one miss. Trying to hit the slot as we have a whistle there. Looks to be contact to the head on the Pirates, which will bring up a free shot. We'll see who on Seaford will get it, as it looks to be Harrington. As Harrington will be looking now for her hat trick. As referee whistles, as Harrington decides to pass and scores Seaford. As Harrington that time not scoring, but picking up the assist there for her fellow teammate to give Seaford the 12-1 lead. That looks to be Blair Burke with her 4th on the year, and Harrington just racking up the points, 2 goals, and now that assist, 12-1 Seaford, and again, milking that shot clock. And they got it down to 31 seconds. As we've seen both teams now use the shot clock the last couple possessions here, as Maya getting ready for another face-off. Trying to bounce back after giving up that last goal after the Pirates scored their first. As we have the face-off here for Myers. That one is up, and a ground ball there. It is scooped up there by the Vikings. Vikings looking to go the other way here. As again, just rotating that around. Finding their opportunities. And looking to convert on them. As you see Conklin to Harrington. Harrington. Over to Colicchio. Colicchio works it all the way behind the net here. As you see them just playing catch and just tossing it all the way around. As now back out to Conklin. Conklin from about the 20-yard line. Conklin swings it around to another teammate back to X. Just trying to hit that cutter, as you saw a little cut there by Zanazi, not able to hit it, and that one will be saved there by Lettieri. At the Pirates trying to open up their attack here. So you see them on the watch with Apicella. Apicella all the way behind the net, trying to maybe find a teammate. She gets it behind the net there to Meyer. Meyer trying to open up play for this Pirates team. As they're just working it around, it's Hanekamp. Hanekamp to Barbarino. As it is worked all the way around back to X. A little fake there. No bite by the Vikings. Back to Hanekamp. Hanekamp with it. Fakes one way, goes the other. Tries to get the bounce shot, and that one will bounce over the net. As you see the Pirates running down that shot clock still, finding those opportunities. Able to open up the field and at least build towards next season with the younger players, especially Hanekamp, and also the last couple games of this season. You see Hanekamp trying to find the opening. Errant pass. There's a loose ground ball. There's that one will roll and whistle down by the refs.
You said that Mepham's running the shot clock, and we said that was a key of the game, but we really see it here in the third quarter with them really running it down and just setting up plays and not just making random ones. Agreed,
as we did not see that in much out of the Lady Pirates in the first quarter here, and we're seeing it more now as we see on the rush Harrington. Harrington just getting it down low and able to build that rotation again for Seaford like they have all day. As it's Conklin. Conklin to Harrington. Harrington to Colicchio. Colicchio. As just perfect ball movement here right now by Seaford. As worked around there. As Boletto gets it slashed away. Referee will whistle as it looks to be a free shot here for Boletto. Boletto trying to get her first goal of the day here, the 9th grader. As we hear the whistle there, Boletto, shoot, and save there by Lettieri. Lettieri picking up another big opportunity save here. She's been able to really get those key stops. Even in the 12-1 game, there's still a lot of key stops here by Lettieri. As back around the exit is for Seaford, trying to get the cutter there with Harrington. Not able to be seen by her teammates. As the referee will whistle for a little contact there as possession will switch. As a steal there by Colicchio. Colicchio on the rush here for Seaford. Works it around in the net. As you see another teammate trying to find her as that'll be Wade. Wade to Boletto. Boletto to Conklin. As it'll be Harrington. Back around again. Nope. Rush here with that 12-1 lead and 3:22 to go in this quarter and a minute on the shot clock, so plenty of time. And the shot there sails over the net there by Boletto.
You mentioned before that Lettieri has made some key saves, but I also have to mention our Mepham's defense. They've also been making some key saves too by just really playing up the defense and dragging the ball back down the field.
Agreed, as that one is scooped up by a Pirates defender there. Just, again, like you've been saying, that one being Badillo, able to clear the netting there and clear any rebound opportunities as Lettieri plays that one out to Barbarino. As rushed up here by the Pirates. Pirates trying to open it up with some speed here. As now swinging it over as you see the Pirates maybe trying to open up their game and get back to their original game plan here to try and pick up goal number 2. As you see him just slowing the pace here. No rush as Hanekamp. Hanekamp shot. Looks to go in, but seems to be a whistle before by the ref. As Hanekamp nearly had the Pirates' second goal of the day. Referee whistle nullifies that it'll be Harrington now rushing it the other way. As the rush here by Seaford led by Conklin. And now back to X here for Seaford. Again, back to their forte. Great ball movement leading to those shots is Harrington with the cut, not just a little out of her reach, as it'll be Colicchio picking it up, swing it down low to Wade, as Wade just back around the net here. As Conklin to Harrington. Harrington fakes one way and decides to back up. 45 seconds on the shot clock here. Harrington hits the cutter, bounce shot through the legs of Lettieri, and another goal for Seaford, 13-1. That one is Belletto getting her get back on Lettieri. Never mind. It is Belletto scoring her second goal of the day. She did score on that free shot, and she did score again. 13-1, Seaford over the Pirates.
I gotta say again, but Seaford really is setting up their shots. We always see them in front of the net. It's never just a get there and shoot. It's always a get there, set it up, and then shoot. Even with Mepham doing the same thing, and with Mepham playing great defense, and while they're setting up, Mepham is on them and getting ready to block that shot.
Agreed, as we have a face-off here. Seaford leads 13-1, 26 seconds to go in this quarter, as you see Seaford again rushing the other way here. Led by Conklin. Conklin to Harrington, Harrington to Colicchio. Colicchio around there, back to X. That's just holding it behind the point there with 6 seconds now. Whistled by the referee. Could we see referee call for contact? It'll be Pirates ball 2-1. And at the end of 3 quarters of play here, Seaford 13, Pirates 1.
Now let's send it down to the sideline with Maddie Hunter.
Thanks, guys. The Seaford team is still in the lead, with Mepham fighting ferociously to potentially score a goal on this team that could potentially be one of the best in the state or even the county. Thanks. Now sending it back to you guys.
Thank you, Maddie. As a minute 30 to go as we get ready for this fourth quarter. Pirates down 13-1. Sean, what have you seen today?
Well, I've seen a lot from Seaford especially. You know, their offense has just been nothing but
I'm getting my
amazing,
groove.
obviously.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen them 13 goals in, a little slower paced compared to their first half, where they scored 11, only scoring 2 this quarter, but obviously with this much of a lead, they're probably taking a bit of a load off. Coach probably wants them to not tire themselves out too much, especially if they think the game is in such safe hands as it is. But don't count out Mepham yet. There's still 12 minutes left in this game, and they got to go on the board starting this third quarter, and we'll see what they're going to do going into this fourth quarter.
Agreed, as we saw Noho Hagen in that third quarter there. She had 4 goals in the first half and really put this team ahead early with those face-offs and everything. Will we see her return now? 13-1. Couple more goals than before, as we've seen Harrington just nonstop goals, assists, really winning those 50-50 head-to-head ground balls.
O'Higgin, one of these great midfielders again, besides old-timer Colicchio and Harrington. Just the 4 of these girls have been scoring a ton of goals so far for the Vikings. You know, it's their defense, too, like Mia Leggio, Cameron Calderero, and Ali Agostino. Just some great players for the Vikings, and obviously they have had their skills fully on display today. 13 goals going into the fourth quarter, and we'll see what else they can do.
As Pirates break their huddle along with the Vikings here, getting ready for the final quarter of lacrosse, final 12 minutes of the day here, getting ready for this fourth quarter start.
There's still some great weather to be had for these girls to play, and very fortunate for them. Obviously, playing in bad weather, one of the worst things you can do as an athlete, but we're going to see this face-off go on now. Looks like standing in the middle there for Mepham is going to be number 8, Ellie Meyer, the senior, who has 8 goals and 4 assists on the season. Going up against number 6 for the Seaford Vikings, Layla Wade, the 8th grader, starting as the midfielder and now an attacker on this team going in for this face-off.
Yes, as we see Wade now, the 3rd Viking to take a face-off today, and that one's tipped up. Meyer using the height as it actually whistled by the ref, as it looked like Seaford didn't hear that whistle at first, as Conklin just wanted to keep that rush going, as it'll be back Wade as it's Wade to Harrington. Harrington gets it over there. As just, again, that slow pace, plenty of time on the shot clock, just trying to drain this time, keep your lead, and just keep on playing the game you've been playing all day as it's Harrington. Harrington over there to Colicchio. Colicchio to Conklin. Back to the X position. Swinging it all the way around. Trying to find the opening. Little hesitation there. And back to Harrington. As Harrington fakes the pass to the cutter there. As you see Gardner on the tight coverage. Now Apicella guarding Harrington. See Harrington just pass it around. 43 seconds on the shot clock. We've seen them just run this shot clock down and wait for that perfect opportunity here. As it is Conklin. Conklin with 30 on the shot clock. Just trying to find her positioning. Referee whistles. As it'll be contact whistled. Looks to be on Gardner. As it'll be 28 seconds still on this shot clock here. As just perfect rotation by this team here. As it's Harrington. Still no shots here, but just keeping it away from their own goal here. As the referee whistles, as it looks to be a shot clock violation on the Vikings. That'll be Pirates ball here.
And they're working out of obviously what you see as them running down this clock and attempting to give the Pirates here coming out as little time as possible to get their shots off and get down the fields. Obviously what you see employed in a lot of sports such as American football, association football, basketball even, and it's very popular here in lacrosse as well, especially with the 12-minute quarters to the minute 30 time clock. It's very good, especially when you're up with such a lead for the Seaford Vikings, even if they have to take that penalty to be able to run that time off the clock.
As you see Hanekamp on the rush here. Hits a teammate in the slot. Little hesitation, fake. Trying to draw contact. There is the Pirates Badillo. As just see the Pirates chasing down that ball behind the net and just really just trying to get anything they can to get that second ball in. It's a free opportunity, and that one looks to be a goal there for the Pirates, as it'll be Badillo putting in goal number 2 for the Pirates. Pirates 2, Vikings 13.
And for Badillo, that is a huge goal to cut the lead down to 11, you know. Obviously, not too many goals scored this game, but every goal is a morale booster for the Pirates here, and even being able to knock up that goal scorer has to have them feeling in a better mood. Hopefully it gives them the motivation to really play out this game with some great effort and intensity.
Agreed, as that is goal number 5 for Badillo. Really just showing off how quick she is on that open opportunity after she drew that foul. So we have 8:19 to go. Pirates still down 11. It isn't impossible, but it is very improbable. Can the Pirates pull off this comeback? As we see again, just working it all the way around is Seaford. Not even worrying if they get called for another shot clock violation, as we see them hit the cutter there and Colicchio and pull it right back out as Harrington in the slot spins away from it. It looks like they're just trying to just kill as much time as they can.
And killing that time obviously involves what we've seen a lot today. This ring of girls forming around the net, usually around 6 or 7 people as we've seen so far. Just going around getting passes onto each other, trying to evade the defenders as best they can, and just running this clock down. Obviously a minute and a half is a lot of time to get down as the ball's lost there, and actually Seaford's going to scoop it back up after an errant.
As there's Conklin. Just again, no shots this possession, just plenty of clock drained. 23 seconds still on this shot clock. So still time here for Seaford. 7:06 to go in this game here, and just circling it around and rotating it completely around is Seaford. Just trying to find that opening as a Harrington. Harrington late in this shot clock again.
And with a bit of wind picking up here, we'll see if this can affect the ball in any way, which may be improbable due to the fact that they're going to call actually a shot clock violation here on Seaford. Mepham's going to get that ball back, but as I said, the wind might have a factor on our players here today.
As we said before, that Pirates defense really tightening up, led by Apicella, McKelwey, and Parisi, just very strong here in this fourth quarter, forcing 2 shot clock violations. As we see a whistle here.
As Mepham will pick this one back up, trying to get the ball just down that field, trying to get a quick go on as they did last possession with Badillo.
As here we see the Pirates going the other way here.
And we'll see if the Pirates can put goal number 3 on the board here, as it might be tough for them, obviously, in such a big deficit, especially even with how good the Seaford defense has been. But they've scored twice already today, and we'll see if they can make it a third.
As Hanekamp tries that bounce shot again, got it to work the first time. Last couple times, it is bounced over, as we see. Looks to be a substitution here, as looks to be Gardner subbing out, and coming in for the Pirates, it looks to be McClanahan.
And Christina McClanahan, we have seen not much of her today coming off the bench, but we will see a bit of her now. Number 12, one of these senior defensemen. She's been a great role model to these younger girls on the team, like the sophomores and the freshmen. She's always had great communication with her coaches.
As there's goal number 3 there for the Pirates, as that one ends up falling, as they just kept on shooting, and another one ended up hitting the back of the net. So that's back-to-back goals in this game for the Pirates, as we see O'Hagan now checking back in for her first minutes of this second half.
And obviously O'Hagan, after such a great first half that we saw, the multiple goals, had to take some rest, but now she's coming back in and looks even better than ever, poised to try to keep this game out of the hands of Mepham. But now we'll see the face-off with O'Hagan coming out.
As that goal was by Hanekamp, who's second of the 3 on the day, 38 now in the year. That face-off is won back by O'Hagan, but possessed by Barbarino. Barbarino now trying to push the other way. Can the Pirates pick up the 3rd straight goal in this game for them, as Barbarino to Barbarino? As back to Hanekamp.
4 minutes left in this quarter, and we're going to see if Mepham is able to pull off the improbable or if they're going to make this game close as they bring this ball around.
As we see back to X here for the Pirates. As we see Barbarino fake the cut there, as we see Meyer just holding on to it back behind the net. See a little rotation here as it's Hanekamp. Hanekamp holding on to it to there, hits the cutter, near deflection there by Meyer, loose ground ball, and picked up there by the Vikings, and just run right out of their zone. It's O'Hagan. O'Hagan in possession here, trying to look for goal number 5, hits a teammate cutting. As they see it again, swings it back out around, and back to O'Hagan. We've seen that just their full game plan for this fourth quarter. Get in the zone and just circle right back out and just drain as much time as you can. Now up by 10 here still. That game plan looks to stay the same. There's a minute 8 to go on this shot clock here.
3 minutes left in the game clock as well, as we're going to see Seaford just doing a great job of keeping this clock running and running.
As being up by the amount of goals, this clock will not stop, as we just see them just circling it around yet again, as that's Conklin. Conklin back to O'Hagan. O'Hagan holding it onto it here, just cradling it, making the safe pass to Olsheimer. Olsheimer behind the bat to O'Hagan. O'Hagan trying to hit that teammate in the slot, not able to convert on that pass, as we see the Pirates play it back there. As we see Parisi to McKelwey. McKelwey, high pass. That one is juggled by the Pirates and then scooped up. As we see the Pirates on the rush here. Now back to X position. As working it around, right through the paint of the goalie, as the referee whistles play on, no fouls. Just Seaford just wanting to get it out of their own zone here as we see Camp able to get the steal. She is also called for the push there. It'll be a foul on Camp, and it'll be possession for Seaford.
And if I was Coach Ancona right now, I'd be very proud of these girls putting on the kind of game they did. 13 goals, only giving up 3, along with this great pace of play. It's obviously led them to have such a great lead in this game. I bet they're definitely going to go out for some ice cream later.
Agreed, Sean, as we have Conklin with it, as Conklin works it down low and back around. As we've just seen this, just continue and continue. Now down to 1:08 to go. Just time running majority of this second half here. As back around to the X position, trying to hit the cutter, fakes the shot, and pulls it right back again on the circle. O'Hagan down low, trying to run the give and go. So teammate just trying to weave around and pulls it right back around, now back to her. O'Hagan with it now 31 on the shot clock, 39 on the game clock. Don't expect a shot unless it's truly open, as there's the shot actually, and a goal there for Zanazi, as it is 14-3. Seaford clock will continue to run due to the deficit. Both teams taking their time, just taking their time with Seaford up 14-3 over the Pirates. It's now 17 to go. Looks like we may not even end up having a final face-off here, and it could end on that Zanazi goal. Now down to 8 as it looks to be O'Hagan stepping in for the face-off with Meyer.
And what a period to end the game with there for Seaford. 14-3, obviously with that last second goal with just around 30 seconds left. Players going around to their coaches. What a game to see there today. There's a lot of action going on, a lot of fast-paced, obviously we saw from Seaford. Mepham just wasn't able to keep up. Unfortunately, their record will drop to 1-10, and Seaford will get their 9th win of the season.
Agreed, as this win was yet again led by Kelly Harrington, 2 goals and an assist. Madison O'Hagan with 4 goals herself. Just truly dominant stat line. Just Seaford winning from coast to coast, never trailed, win never really in a doubt here for them.
A very impressive team to see on the field tonight. Obviously, their last game was 14-3 versus Oceanside, and now another 14-3 game against Mepham. 28 points in their last 2 games. 4 multi-goal scorers that we saw today.
This win will put Seaford at 9-6 overall, 9-1 in the conference, which matters most. Move the Pirates to 1-10 overall, 0-8 in the conference, still in search of that first conference win of the year, getting late in the season. Could that be in doubt? Will they get that conference win this year?
But we will see where that goes around the end of the season. And Seaford going on, we'll see what's next in their schedule, and we'll see how their playoff contention is going to be. Obviously, 9-6, a great record, and 9-1 in the conference. You know, those out-of-conference teams have surely been a problem for them, but winning 90% of your games in Conference 2, very impressive, especially with the quality of these teams. And Mepham just has been struggling a bit, but we'll see if Coach Hayes can help turn it around and turn this team towards some wins.
Yes, key building blocks on this Pirates team will be Camp and Lettieri, and for the other side, it will be O'Hagan, who's getting ready to go into her senior year here. Just one of the star players, very dominant stat line today, just all over the field. Face-off is now going to send it over to Maddie Hunter with Madison O'Hagan.
The O'Hagan player of the game. Thanks, guys. I'm here with Maddie O'Hagan, player of the game. So I'm sure you've been playing lacrosse with these girls for the majority of your life, your lacrosse career, and I'm wondering what it's like to, be a part of this team with them now.
I think that this team is really special to me because, we all play as a family and, as a unit. Everyone loves each other, and there's really, there's so much respect that everyone has for each other. And, these past years, how much we've grown, moving from Conference 1 last year to now Conference 2, it really shows just, how, united we are and, how of a family we are.
Yeah. And what do you need to do to be successful during playoff season?
I think during playoffs, it's a whole nother season, that after season when we start playoffs. I think we just need to stay consistent,
we just need to stay strong and just still like be a team and just work together, and then we'll be successful in the end.
Great. Thanks, guys. I'm Maddie Hunter, now sending it back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Maddie. That was a really tough loss to the Pirates.
It was, but the Pirates really stepped up and held true to their keys of the game. They said they wanted to run down the shot clock and wait for perfect opportunities, and we really saw that in the second half of this game, in the third and fourth quarter, when we got those 2 goals, and we really just saw them waiting and run that shot clock, and then they went to score. And we saw some pretty great saves from Olivia Lettieri.
Yes, and I think defense stepped it up a little bit towards the end, but Olivia Lettieri definitely held the fort down.
I definitely agree with that. And we also definitely did see Seaford play their keys of the game too. And overall, it was a really good game, even though Seaford won 13-2.
Yeah, it was a great game.